All right, we are back with Q&A with Coach. My name is Mariano, and welcome. Remember Mike Kakunda, the bearded one. So, Mike, welcome
Thank you.
to our show, man. Thanks for taking time to come here and hang out with us. So, what we do is we like to invite members. We're going to invite a couple other staff members on this show and just like to stay connected a little bit and kind of catch up with you guys and see how the amazing beard is growing in. So what have you been up to besides doing your thing right now? You're still working as is? Are you on campus
Yeah,
at all right now, or what's a life like? What's a day in the life of Mike?
yeah. Not on campus. Marketing, marketing and business are
Hmm.
non-essential, so as expected. So I've had to pivot to going like fully remote, which is, if you know me, I never work from home unless I have to.
Uh,
So a few weeks into it, I think I've settled in and just trying to find new routines. And so I think having our lunch workouts has been huge to kind of bring that back in terms of just breaking out the day
mhm.
and then just getting settled in the new routine.
So are you sleeping in more because because like you don't have to be in the office at a certain time, or has that ever been like a thing for you sleeping in, or how's that work out? Like, what's the biggest change of your routine? That's probably a
I
better
think the
question.
biggest, yeah, no, I think I am sleeping a bit. It varies.
Hmm.
But I think the biggest change is like, I'm probably doing the same amount of work or a little bit more, but spread over a lot more time. So
Hmm.
instead of it being packed, like rushing out the door, get to campus, work for a block, try to get my workout in at lunch, work for another block, and then finish up for the day.
Hmm.
Like, I'm like, well, okay, if I don't have a call, I'm going to make some breakfast. Or, and then it's like, oh, 5 o'clock. I'll just follow up with some more emails because, like, what else am I going to do in this time? So, like, the
Yeah.
work is just kind of spread out more instead of like super intense for
Hmm.
peaks.
Do you like that? That sounds like it's a little healthier. It sounds like it'd be a little, or is it, or do you like that you go in the office, you get it done, and then it's done, and
It's
then you get to go
Yeah,
home,
it's
and then
good.
there's a
Totally. Yeah,
separation.
it's good and bad, right? Like, I definitely feel like less rushed throughout the
Mhm.
day, but then it's harder to feel a true separation. So like I'm more I did this before anyways. I'd come home, cook dinner, and then jump back on, fire off some more emails. But now it's like, oh wait, it's like 8, 9 o'clock and I'm still emailing.
Mhm.
There's not as much of a separation of like, oh, I'm gonna go meet friends for drinks or dinner or do
Mhm.
something. It's like, well, there's what else am I gonna do?
Yeah, right. Have you been cooking a lot more, or have you always
Yeah.
cooked? You've
I've
been cooking
I've
too much.
always cooked. I've taken this time now to do projects of cooking that I had always wanted to and just never found time, like crazy stuff. Like, I jumped on the sourdough starter that everyone else
Oh,
has been doing. So I've been
yeah,
making
yeah.
some bread, but then like
All
I
right.
got a smoker last year and I was like, oh, how cool would it be to make homemade bacon and homemade pastrami?
How'd
And
that
so
go?
awesome. First
Um,
attempt, finished up last week, was amazing. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do this again. But now they're talking about a shortage of the meat processing plant. So like meat
yeah,
might be a shortage. So like whatever.
you got to go stock up. You got to go
Yeah,
hoard
whatever.
all the bacon.
I have
So
an
for
I
the
have an
bacon
SF
shortage, I'm coming to
apartment.
you.
Yeah. I have an SF apartment with an SF fridge. There's no hoarding of meat.
That's great. Well, I was going to ask you. So what? So you're still working out at noontime, you said, right? So that's one part of your routine that hasn't changed.
Yeah.
How's that going? You and Gwen, who we had on this show not too long ago, you guys kind of headed that and kind of kept that workout going. That's pretty impressive. How many people are on there on average right now
We're probably like
that are
20 to
training?
20-ish.
20ish. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good. That's a fun group.
Yeah.
And so you're also into making brew. I see your shirt there. That's
Yeah.
your logo, right?
Gold
Yeah.
Gold Union Brewery. Follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, I love it. We got to put the plug in for the brew there. I'm a member of Mike's beer club, so I guys check it out. It's freaking delicious. Is that what you're drinking now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drinking
So
a hazy.
what got you into making beer? Like what got you into you guys have your own little company kind of now, right? So when
Yeah.
I say you guys, I mean you and your brother. So what
Yeah.
was the start of all this?
It started my like second or third year of college. And I was hanging out with a friend and he was like, "Hey, I'm making beer. Do you want to come over and help me?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" He's like, "Yeah, just do it on a stovetop." And I was a biology undergrad major. And so I geeked out on all the science about uh, biology, yeast, and fermentation, and chemistry, and all that stuff. And so,
Real quick, Mike, what school
yeah,
is this? Where'd you go to school?
UCLA.
UCLA. All
Go
right.
Bruins.
Okay. Go
Go
Bruins.
Bruins.
Yeah. All right. But I won't say any USC chance then. All right. But anyways, okay. So you're in
Yeah.
college. Before
Yeah.
you punch me through the screen, you're in college. Your friend is saying, "Hey, let's make some beer on the stove," and you're like, "What the heck?" Okay.
Yeah. And so we made a beer. It was okay. And I just started like researching and reading more about the process and whatnot. And then just over the years, like when I started at Genentech, I started working. Before that, I was working in research labs, and the processes of what you're doing in a research lab kind of carry over to brewing and back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, that had always been like this cool hobby of like, it's cool to make your own beer, but also it's a cool way to kind of have a creative outlet. So for me, like making beer and cooking are like my creative outlets, because like I'm not artistic and I'm not musically inclined. So like that's kind of where I'll riff and be like play around and try stuff.
Oh, cool. What's your most popular beer you feel that you made, or the best one that you made?
Uh, my brother and I have gotten, so over the number of years, we've kind of just kept increasing equipment and fine tuning and all that stuff. Really fortunate, like the past year and a half, we won 3 different competitions, including the California, the California homebrew competition, which is super, super exciting. And I was like, we were pretty surprised, but
yeah, that sounds big time, man.
Yeah, and so we won for a Belgian saison.
Mm.
And then we
what
won
does that mean when you win? What does that mean? So you get recognized? Do you get like get poured anywhere? Get a medal?
You get a medal. The other competition that we won that's super cool, and now because of the COVID pandemic, it's all in question.
Oh yeah.
Was SF Beer Week? SF Brewing Company, which is in Ghirardelli Square, was hosting a homebrew competition. And so we won that with a German Dunkel, a dark German lager. And they loved it. And they were like, perfect. We're going to plan on making this in like August or September. And we'll do an Oktoberfest release, because their head brewer used to work at Gordon Biersch, which is a San Jose brewery, all German style. And so now with COVID, it's like, I don't know how we're going to brew a beer in August there's definitely not going to be an Oktoberfest party there. But I think we've been fortunate in that, like, it's not hard to make okay beer, and it gets harder to make good beer, great beer, amazing beer. Just like like all those small things start to matter. And over the years, like we've gotten pretty good and have gotten to, like, I'd rather drink my beer than many breweries, but there's some breweries that you're like, I don't know what they're doing and how they're doing it, because their beer is amazing.
Yeah. They have that one little niche, whatever it is. They figured out that extra ingredient, or not putting something in, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you been brewing a bunch of beers since you've had some extra time? Has that been like a little extra you've been working? All right.
Yeah, we've done like 3 different beers, and we're brewing again this weekend. So.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Busy with the brewing, man. I'm gonna have to come swing by and pick some up there from you. Hey, so you talked about that you were at UCLA, you were brewing. I knew. So you grew up in the Bay Area, right?
Yeah.
Sarah High School? High School,
no, I went to Oak Grove in San Jose.
You went to Oak Grove, and why did I think Sarah High School?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that. So you went to Oak Grove, San Jose. That's right, because we had that killer football team that we talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. So what took you to UCLA, and how did you make your way back to like the Bay Area and Genentech? And walk me through that one.
Yeah. So I applied to a bunch of colleges, and then like my folks and I were touring colleges that I had applied to, and like UC Santa Barbara, Davis, like basically all the like most of the UCs. I didn't really apply out of state. UC San Diego, UCLA. And when I got to UCLA, I was like, oh, this is like this feels like college. It also probably is because so many different movies are shot on campus. So if you see a movie that's set on a college campus that they say it's Harvard or whatever, it's probably UCLA.
Yeah.
And then I was lucky enough to get in because like I don't think I would get in today.
Oh wow.
It's insane of how like like I was a good student and all that, but I was just very lucky and fortunate. And then the route getting back is like a lot of my family and friends are up here. And then I had studied microbiology, immunology, and genetics, and like Genentech was a company I had wanted to work for. And so, and interestingly enough, a lot of my friends at UCLA were from the Bay Area. So we kind of had this group of people that had come back.
Oh, that makes it really nice. Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
All right, so it brought you back to, how long ago was that? How long have you been at Genentech?
I've been at Genentech for 13 years, and I worked for a small biotech startup for about 6 months to a year before joining Genentech. But essentially, I was like a temp there, and so Genentech has been my first like real job, which is crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, and you're still killing it there. And so, were you? Because you are avid working out and training, and I see you in the gym quite a bit, or see you in Club G, in the club. Is that something that's always been a part of your life? And then when you got hired at Genentech, did you become a member of Club G right away? Is that something that was like, I gotta be there?
Yeah. So I grew up playing sports like after school till the sun went down and my parents were looking for us, right? Like
the good old
soccer.
Days. Remember the days we used to go back and play outside?
But soccer year round in competitive club leagues, basketball in the neighborhood, street hockey, like you name it, I'd play anything. It doesn't really matter. And so I've always been competitive. I've always kind of like, that's my outlet. And I just enjoy doing that. And so like played football in high school, went to UCLA, played intramural sports there.
Oh, cool.
And then when I joined Genentech, joined the gym, but I had probably like, I was doing my own thing for a while of just like lifting weights and doing my, like some cardio on my own. And then like a couple 2 years in, maybe I started doing classes, and that kind of ramped things up a lot.
Yeah. Besides classes, what's one thing you miss most about the hub?
Oh, like
all the cool
a squat rack.
A squat rack, right?
Real weight.
Real weight. Isn't that amazing how just a bar and some weight is instantly missed? I know we've been playing with kettlebell, so I've been really honing in on that skill. So I've been trying to play with that. And so, have you always been afternoon working out? Is that just how your schedule works out? You always been in the afternoon kind of guy?
Yeah, I'm not really a morning person. I alternated between like the early evening, like 4 or 5, whatever. It's so crowded that I started, so I started at Genentech in the labs in GRED. And so I would just schedule my experiments in a way that I could get over and work out during lunch and get back. And I just got really used to that. And what had happened is I started noticing, and even when I was like, I went and did grad school at Berkeley part-time while still working, I realized that like working out in the middle of the day helps me clear my head. It helps me kind of process whatever I'm working through at work. And I come back after lunch and I'm just like, oh, I have all these ideas what to do. And my coworkers used to be like, oh, you definitely went to work out because we're like still moving. You're just like bouncing off 100 ideas. Like, hold on, slow down. So for me, I found myself like, that was a good way to like work really hard, clear my head, and then I could bunker down and kind of work again. And so it's just a good balancing point.
It's kind of, it's interesting to hear that because I was just talking to some coworkers about fitness and about we're more detailed about children's fitness, right? And kids and the importance of recess for kids. And
Yeah,
this sounds just like that. It's still recess,
totally.
right? So adult recess. You come in, you let it out, and then you go back into the classroom if you're a kid or you're an adult. You go back to the
Yeah.
workplace, and you have a clear mind, and you're ready to excel at a high level.
And that
That's
was the
pretty.
hardest, and that was the hardest adjustment, like the first week or so of shelter in place.
Yeah.
And that's why Gwen and I started like being like, hey, anybody want to just jump on and like, let's figure something out? Because
Yeah.
my day just went from like 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock back to back without structure and no like outlet of just like clearing my head.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest struggle a lot of people had is I know for me, the first week and a half, it really just felt like dull. Like it really wasn't happening. Is this really,
Yeah.
are we on vacation? Is this what a vacation is? But it's not vacation. It
No.
was a
Yeah.
really weird week and a half transition. So I'm happy that definitely I'm starting to get things more normalized and different schedules and regiments. And I think after about 3 days, I was over the Netflix, man. I can't watch anything else. Are you watching anything cool right now? You want to share with anybody? Is it anything?
Nothing,
No, you're staying
nothing
busy, man.
really.
No.
I've been doing more like chill. I started bike. I've always had a hand-me-down road bike and I've been riding more, and I actually
Yeah.
got a new bike because I was like, well, it's like one of the only things I can do to like clear my head in the evenings. Cause like, I'm not a
Yeah.
person to sit down and watch 5 hours of TV.
Mm-hmm.
So that's been good.
Good.
I definitely will take recs for TV shows, but I'm like, I don't know.
And there's no sports, right? So we really can't sit down and watch any ball game or anything right now. Which for the Bay Area, that might be a good thing. We probably don't want to watch our teams compete too much at the moment. I know you're
Yeah.
a diehard fan, and
Yeah.
that one hurts for sure. Me too.
Hey man, the Warriors are going to come out okay. Season doesn't count. You get a Clay and Steph are healthy. We're good.
Yeah, right. That'd be pretty. Give those guys a whole year to recover.
Yeah.
Let them come out strong. I hope that happens. All right, Mike. Hey, Mike. So we like to end the little talk with some rapid fire questions. Just kind of say whatever comes to the top of your head, and then we'll call it like that. Is there anything else you want to share with us, Mike, before we start closing this down? You
No,
good
this
there?
has been fun. Yeah.
You wanna plug your beer one more time?
Gold Union Brewery.
Yeah, I was just joking.
And just
Stop plugging your beer.
Point of clarification is that we're glorified home brewers, about as big as you can get without being a real commercial brewery.
Yeah, I actually, when I poured for you at the Ho Ho, everyone would come and be like, "What? This is not a home brew. This is professional because you had it all laid out.
Yeah.
It was perfect. Everything was described.
Yeah.
So I could definitely
The funny thing with that is my buddy is a really talented graphic designer.
Uh-huh.
And so one day he was like, here you go. Here's all your branding. I designed bottle labels, t-shirts, like logo.
Yeah.
If you ever go pro, you have everything in hand. So I'm like, well, I might as well order t-shirts. I might as well
That's a great buddy right there. I mean, that's a great buddy to have for sure.
Yeah.
So he just designed, you didn't ask him, he said, here, look, I designed it, this is what you got. And
he was trying to build out,
bottle cap, right? That's a bottle cap?
Yeah, he was trying to build out his portfolio. And so he was just like playing with building out branding of stuff.
Oh, right on, man. Good for you.
Yeah.
So when you do go big time, I'll be the first in line to purchase a beer. Cheers. All right, cool. If you had a time machine, where would you go
to? Given where we're at today with COVID, I'd probably go back to like the Roaring 20s, right after the Great Depression, like all that, like alcohol is banned, everyone's just like partying and like celebrating.
just being together.
Just give everybody a big hug and just be in this like crowded place and just like not have to worry about sheltering in place and wearing masks when you go out and all that.
Yeah, it's interesting just to think about giving someone a hug. Yeah, I'm a hugger, man. I see people on the scene. I just want to give people a hug. I'm a very affectionate person. It's really hard for me not to high five or like,
right.
Oh man, yeah, that's a tough one. All right. What's your favorite workout? I better say mine. Just kidding.
Squats and prowler.
Squats and squats are definitely your favorite workout. What food do you dislike?
Nothing. I eat everything.
Yeah. How many push-ups can you do?
50 straight.
Ooh, where do you want to retire?
I mean, Bay Area is one of the best places to live. I wouldn't mind here or San Diego.
San Diego's pretty nice. That's a tough one. That's
Yeah.
a tough one, man. I'm with you on that one. What's your dream car?
Ferrari Testarossa. You know, like the mid 80s, 90s, like it looks kind of
Red
outdated
hot,
now.
like
Yeah.
red hot. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Oh, great. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
Strength or cardio?
Both.
Both. Okay. How fast can you run a mile?
Somewhere like in 6.5.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Huh. I think people that beat around the bush.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
good
like,
one.
come on, just get to the point.
Let's get there.
Tell me,
Yeah,
it's
let's
okay.
move on.
Yeah.
What's your favorite dance move? Can you show it? What's your favorite dance move? Can you do it?
That's a good question. I'm just a dancer. I'm like not like a dance move person.
You just stay. You just
I'm
gotta
just
stay right
dancing.
here.
Yeah.
You just safe. You're just right here,
Yeah.
back and forth. Okay. I knew I'd throw you for a loop with that one. What's your favorite word?
I don't know that I have one. Lately, it might be like fire. That's fire.
Fire. That's fire. That's your favorite slang
You're
word. I
on
go.
fire. That's fire.
Yeah. What's your favorite pizza topping?
Pepperoni.
Pepperoni. Describe yourself in 3 words.
Ball of energy.
Ball of energy. I like. And then my favorite one. What is your favorite quote?
Oh, I'm gonna have to give me 1 sec. It's impossible is nothing, but I have to give me a sec. I'm gonna pull up the full quote. So it's Muhammad Ali.
Ooh, yes, please, Muhammad Ali. I love this already.
And the quote is, impossible is a big word thrown around by small men and women who find it easier to live in the world that they've been given than explore the power they have to change it. Impossible is not a fact, it's an opinion. Impossible is not a declaration, it's a dare. Impossible is potential. Impossible is temporary. Impossible is nothing. And so for me, it's like the end of like impossible is nothing. It's always been like, why not? Why can't you do that? Well, like, oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's fail trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I absolutely love it, man. I need more people like you in my life. Mike, thanks for sharing that with me. I agree with that quote 100%. Why not do that? Why not be bigger than we think we should be? So again, hey Mike, I know you're super busy. Thanks for taking time hanging out with us. Guys, thank you everyone for tuning in again. Make sure you see Mike out there, give him a big air high five, not the real high five, right? Guys, thanks for tuning in again. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, leave a comment. Leave a comment with your favorite quote. Maybe we will share that the next time we are on here. Until then, please be safe and be healthy. Stay fit. I'll see you all later.